Okay, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Tales of the Whoniverse podcast. I'm the main host for today, Aiden. I'm joined by Uberdan, Keegan, and the main regular host, Matt.
Yes, I've been demoted, deported, dethroned.
I look at me. I am the captain now.
Yes, but do you know the word, Aiden? Bird is the word.
Oh no, Uberdan, don't. Right. Anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about the latest episode that came out like today, as of this recording.
Oh, Rogue.
Yes,
Oh,
Rogue. Yes.
Rogue, or how to succeed as an evil cosplayer.
Yes, those damn cosplayers up to no good as usual.
Those bird, or should we call them bird players? So that's obviously what they were.
Oh, yeah. So where to start? Because I personally really did actually enjoy this episode. It's like, trying to get my words right.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, you're fine.
Your time, Aiden.
You need time for the best episode of the season.
I was going to say, what, the Edge of Destruction is? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Let's start with like some of the things I did like with the episode, which I will say I did enjoy, like the titular rogue of the story. And
Jonathan Groff.
Oh yes, of course. Like, yeah, and I will say I did really enjoy him, and not just because his outfit reminds me of the Eighth Doctor. I know that's not my Eighth Doctor, but it's showing up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, choices are made, Aiden, with that costume.
Oh yes, and definitely some good choices, especially in blue.
And the fact that he got the name from Dungeons and Dragons, it's just, wonderful.
Yeah, I will say, because I know like there was all those theories about him, like which was like saying like, oh, he's going to be like a Time Lord or recast Captain Jack, and I am going to be honest, I am so glad they were wrong.
Yep. I wouldn't mind if he was either of those, but I'm glad he's just a regular guy.
It's just a regular old bounty hunter.
Well, you need that. You need something new and original. You don't need to recreate or recast or use characters that have already been done. And now look at it. A lot of people are begging for him to come back already.
Myself included.
And Gruff just has that charisma.
Because it's new, it's different, it's original. That's what you want.
Yeah. And his relationship with the Doctor in this episode was like, I'm trying to think how you describe it. It was like, I mean that's one way to describe it.
It was very childlike. It was fun. It was different compared to how he was with River. And I don't know, to say it was only like 45 minutes, it was developed within such a short amount of time, where by the end of the episode you wanted more. And that was cool after he left at the end.
Yeah.
A tiny bit of me was like, okay, can you send Ruby with them instead?
And this is Keegan is a massive Ruby fan.
I'm a massive Ruby fan, but that little bit of me, I wanted him to travel.
Yeah, you're like, I love Ruby, but let her go with the bird people.
Bird people.
Yeah, like friendship ended with Ruby. Now Rogue is my new best friend.
Yeah,
Ruby, eh? It was Ruby's fault anyway. for going with the villains
I
into
see.
that trap
What?
hole.
He was pretending
Because
to
he
be.
was doing cosplay.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, there's part of me that kind of knew that, like, during that scene where you think, did they actually just kill Ruby? Like, this is like the second time this season.
I was like, no way.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, like, justice for Ruby. Like, she just keeps on dying.
What did you say? God dang it, Chris Chibnall, for some weird reason.
Yes, Chibnall, even though he had nothing to do with this.
It's a new Rory.
Yeah. It's like, it's going to go into a bit of a joke. It's just like, not my doctor in a nutshell. Chibnall.
We'll have to edit this part. Don't worry, people. This isn't going out on air.
Yeah, this will be exclusive to the Tales of the Whoniverse only, Nans. I mean, what?
Not the Fire into Time director's cut. This is a director's cut.
Get Ridley Scott.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beginning. What did everyone think of the villains? Well, technically not the main focus of the episode, but
I thought
Well,
the fact that the villain plot boils down to a bunch of cosplayers just wanting to destroy everything because it's their thing. It's what makes Doctor Who work. It has the stupidest plot you can think of, and it makes it work, and I love it for that.
Yeah, it's like their plan was just like to cosplay, like, into like higher positions of power.
yeah, it's like the Doctor Who fandom, really.
Yeah, before we continue, when Dan said work, I thought he was going to say, work, girl!
Yeah, Slay.
That's what it felt like. But no, I thought the bird creatures looked fantastic with the prosthetics on. They just wanted to play, but they're ultimately mass murderers at the end of it. Rogue was here to do his job at first and foremost. It would have been a little bit nice to know who his contractors were, because he was keeping that quite vague and close to heart. But I'm sure he will be back, because there's no way you're going to end an episode with him hinting at the Doctor to come find him. When people got worked up about it in the synopsis, Keegan, like, oh, the Doctor's life hasn't been changed forever. I think it has. I think this is the first time since River, I think he's ready to let go of her. And I think he's ready to, like, get back out there and accept there is somebody else for him in the universe. It's not he doesn't love her forever, but that story's over. And I think shooting the first Doctor where that's the end of one era and the start of the new, that's how I took it when he kissed Rogue and they're bonding at the end. I think this is not going to be the last, and I think the Doctor's ready to move on from that relationship.
Yeah, I saw that at the end when he put the ring on his finger.
Yeah,
like, people theorize that the look he has when he's putting on the ring, it's like, oh, this is the moment where he thinks about River, but he's finally ready to move on.
Yes.
Which is good. Yeah. It's been a while.
I like the fact somebody described, because I've not watched Bridgerton, but they copied everything, like for like the Regency era, the music, the orchestra music, because they actually watched it themselves. So that's exactly why we have Poker Face playing with Ruby, and I'm like, what is that violins going on with Kurt?
Yeah, and also Bad Guy by Billie Eilish as well.
Yeah,
I remember just hearing those like. One. Yeah, because I was like, wait, is that Billie Eilish?
Yes. I think for an episode. So go on, after you, Dan. Sorry, my apologies.
No, I was just saying it goes full Bridgerton. You can continue.
Yes. We're going to have to do some edits, aren't we? So, yes, this part, edit that on. So I'm in my head here because I'm still quite happy from today, which will explain later. No, I think it's a wonderful episode. But holy mo, why is Richard E. Grant's Doctor now in the building?
I was waiting to talk about this because that was the one part of the story I don't think any of us were expecting, because we kind of expected with like that whole like next time thing showing like the 10th Doctor, like you had a feel that it would show like the other Doctors like Hartnell, Joe Martin, especially Paul McGann. But
to keep,
I don't think any of us, none of us expected like Richard E. Grant.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize it was him.
Yes, to explain to Keegan, so the guy who played the Great Intelligence has played two Doctors. He was officially the Ninth Doctor for a short while. Before the show was brought back with Russell T Davies, they were doing this animated thing called Schooner the Shulker. And the fact that Richard E. Grant was there, they're now going to say we're going to have another Ninth Doctor now in the mix. So hello, Russell. We're now adding Bonfire. So now we've got 3 Ninth Doctors. Thank you, Russell.
Yeah, I remember seeing a theory that I can't remember who was put it on Twitter earlier but I remember they did mention that it could be like because of like the toy maker's influence, like making a jigsaw puzzle of the Doctor's history. That could possibly be related to that, like,
or it's when the intelligence went into the Doctor's timeline that somehow he, in some alternate timeline, the Doctor wound up looking like him.
I mean, that'd be pretty wild for the Great Intelligence to just find that Ninth Doctor that looks exactly like him, is it? Oh, good heavens. What on earth is this?
Yeah. It could be as well, because don't forget, at that point, the 8th Doctor hadn't officially regenerated, so you could have done whatever you wanted before the War Doctor, so who knows? But in terms of like Rogue itself, it was straight to the point. I love the fact they kept asking, why did they go for the staff? Why did they kill the housekeeper? Well, she's not important enough. She's just the staff. And, like, it's just, that was the whole point of it. It's just showed that even in the pompous Regency era of racial tendencies, of drama and scandal, which Keegan lists for and such like that, with things like Bridgerton, now he goes, yes, fans, woo, and all that business.
I was loving it.
Yeah, especially when Indra Varma from Tortured, who played the main Duchess character, was like, oh, this is scandalous. It's like, that's what they lived for, because there was no telly. The literal drama was physical, so every week, if somebody fallen out, like, yes, tell me more, come on, tell me more, I want to know more information. Oh, this is juicy. That's what...
Yes. This is what tell me the drama. So, what's the gossip? Oh, wait, wrong episode.
I swear,
So gone after you, Keegan.
When the Doctor and Rogue were dancing, and everyone was just like, they're loving the gossip and the drama, and even after that, after he proposed to the Doctor, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna get him, and you go get the other one.
I think the funniest moment was those girls who were like, oh, this is scandalous. It's like when Cherry Sunday just like pops up with her random comedy.
It's like, where's my blasted cup of tea?
My other favourite catchphrase of hers, what the blinking flip?
Now I'm wondering what would have happened if Game of Thrones.
Such an icon. Cherry Sunday must be protected at all costs.
She wasn't in this episode.
No, Carla was, which we could talk about. I think that was another scene from the Church of Ruby Road that they had to film. Because in that little gap from Space Babies about him protecting Ruby. So it feels like we're now seeing actual scenes, which we don't normally see. Scenes from episodes where we're always told about the Doctor Who. You get mentions of such, and we never see the Doctor go to these places. Or, like, I've had a chat with Carla. Like, never mentioned it once, said a chat with her. But it must have been after the moment when he came out the TARDIS on Space Babies, like to sit down and say, this is what we're doing. I'm going to protect your daughter. And if she dies, I'd feel so guilty about it. So he is essentially not only Ruby's best friend, he's her guardian. And it's nice the Doctor's taking charge of being guardianship and pushing away the companions.
Yeah, you saw that at the end when he was hugging Ruby.
I thought he was going to go Time Lord Victorious when he thought the birds literally like killed Ruby at that point. I thought, Tennant's returning in him. I can see this. He's about to snap and go ballistic and destroy all of them for what they did to Ruby.
Yeah, him saying that, they can live for 600 years. I'll make sure they suffer those 600 years. It's like, we've seen the Doctor be incredibly positive, so every once in a while when you see that darkness that we often associate with like Seven or with the War Doctor, that's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, especially Seven.
I think for you, Aidan, this is a really positive thing for you. Shooty's Scottish accent.
Oh, you're
It was
definitely right
amazing.
there.
Like, it was the most Scottish I think Shooty's been the whole season.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, 10 out of 10 right there.
That's what I loved about the episode. It was so fun, and so it's such a daft thing on paper, but they made a 45-minute episode feel cinematic. You learned about Rogue, but not fully about him. It's like the next time the Doctor will likely find him, it's like, I think Rogue's going to be one of his next companions. Not obviously with Verada, but it's got to be. It seems like they're setting up for him to travel with him at some point.
I need
Fingers crossed. Either that or we're going to get the eventual Big Finish box set.
Yes.
Yeah,
Attack of the Birds, Volume 1.
Yeah, so it's coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who, The 15th Doctor Adventures. Volume 1. Rogue. Oh, wait, we have to call it something else.
Attack of the
Stranded
Birds.
Rogue. Yes, good enough.
Great casting.
Yes, for you, Madame, what were you going to say? Sorry.
So, has Shooty not been talking with his natural Scottish accent all this time?
He has, but it's been the most Scottish he's been because in that big scene where he was talking, I think it was to Rogue, or when he was getting snappish. That's the most he sounded so much like Sylvester McCoy. Had to do a double take.
Yeah, it's like he's about to say, unimaginable power, unlimited rice pudding.
And so when he did the rolls, I thought, yeah, that's definitely Sylvester popping out of him.
Yes. Yeah, the Scots keep winning.
I gotta say, Indra Varma, because for obviously some people in the house haven't watched Torchwood, and this is like your first experience of her as the Duchess. When I knew like as Susie Costello and Torchwood, she was a right nasty piece of work, and I'm so glad that Russell kept her as a nasty piece of work. As the real Duchess was lovely to a degree, but as soon as she became the bird one, she's like drama, scandal, wedding. It's like, what on earth is going on?
That makeup,
clearly she was having the time of her life.
Yeah, the makeup for all the bird people was really good.
I agree.
Yes.
I love listening to CGI.
Do you know, most people called the TARDIS anything they like the box. What's this? And then it was so funny to hear Rogue call it a shed. What's that shed doing here?
Yeah, you could tell, 15 was just really tempted to say, "Excuse me? What are you saying here?"
I also love when he points out that the shed, it's not like, it's not shown in a spectacular way or shot in the middle. It's like right in the corner with barely any light on it.
I'd have to say, sorry, go on after you, Dan. Let me finish. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just saying it's a nice touch.
Absolutely. I got to say, the one other thing I loved, I wasn't expecting him to sing Pure Imagination.
I wasn't expecting that, but now that I've heard Shooty Gatwood sing "Come With Me," and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
I wanted the full song.
We need exactly. We need the full song. Come on, Russell, that's what we need.
What we need is forget everything that you've heard tonight. This is the first exclusive. We're going to cast Shooty Gatwa as Willy Wonka in the next remake.
What's funny is that before he was cast as the Doctor, he was auditioning also for Wonka.
Yes, I think that might have been it was down to him and Timothy Chalamet. He was offered it for the movie version that Timothy was going for, and he said, "Which one would you prefer, Doctor Who or Wonka?" And he picked Doctor Who.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Well, I was going to say, clearly some good choices were made there.
Now I wonder what Chalamet's the Doctor will be like.
Yes, stay tuned on that one. If he ever gets cast, that's not an exclusive, by the way.
Yeah, we're not making up rumors for, I don't know.
We're not doing Unbound Doctors.
One question I have, I know, like, because of the way the BBC works, that there's no product placement in Doctor Who. So, like, you can mention stuff like Coke, but you can't actually show, like, the label Coke. So you see a bunch of dice, and the Doctor says Dungeons and Dragons. How does that work?
I think how they get around it is by doing stuff that sort of looks like it. So in England, unless a TV show has gotten the exclusive rights from the production company, yeah, we can bring them in for product placement. They will try to make a variation. So say if it's a cola in the glass, they can show that because it's liquid and it could be anything. But the actual labels they can't, or they'd have to do a cheap knockoff version to get around it. As for the dice, that would be the same thing. They'd have to do a cheap version of the dice.
What is that? How we got around to the Monopoly game in Eve of the Daleks? It just looks like a cheap brand of Monopoly.
No, that was the 60s, I'm afraid.
No,
That was cheap.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that was 60s.
Oh, Evil of the Daleks. I thought you meant Evil of the Daleks. My apologies.
Because at one point you see a board game of Monopoly.
Yeah, that's how you get around it. Monopolies, I think there's a grey area with Monopoly. Monopoly seems to be allowed in anything, but Cola seems to be the one that's a bit of a question mark, or they'd go for Pepsi. Pepsi's more allowed than Cola.
What about
Yeah.
the Superman comic and the Return of Dr. Mysterio?
I think that's because it's reading material. Again, it's as long as you're not fully showing it, they try to blur it out. That's how they get around it. If it's fully shown, they wouldn't show things like the DC logo in case they get into trouble. So there's always a workaround.
All right.
No, we've not really talked about the negatives of Rogue. Does anyone have any negatives?
One thing I do have to say is when we get that flashback, I don't think it's from after Space Babies, because I think the Doctor wore something different. Maybe.
Is that a negative, Uberdan?
No, anyway, a negative would probably be...
Yeah, I guess that's probably more of a nitpick or something.
Yeah, nitpick.
Choose wisely, sir.
Yeah, Keegan, you're just like, choose your next words wisely.
I don't have huge nitpicks like... Oh, he left.
Oh, we have lost him.
Honestly, I don't have a huge nitpicks on anything. I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun. I thought it was a fun episode. It wasn't huge, but it was fun.
That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and there he is again.
I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I don't really have any negatives that I can think of.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Because I was mainly going to mention about, like, because I wasn't initially sure about like the main villains of the story at first, but then I think as time went on, they kind of did grow on me. So I was like not sure about them at first, but yeah.
No, I enjoyed the villains, but then I realized they weren't the main focus of the story. It was more the Doctor and Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I've said. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but please bring Rogue back, please.
I hope so. Jonathan Groff is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
My one thing about the villains will probably be why do they have lightning powers?
Yeah, the lightning was so extra. I never understood why it was.
I get it. I get why later when we think Ruby is killed because of the lightning, but other than that, I feel like it was really not useful.
Yeah, it's just that bit extra, as Keegan said.
I don't know if it's there just because their bodies get electrocuted or because their bones and stuff were showing.
Maybe it's maybe the electricity is like to help them like take on the form of like the person that they're killing.
Like
Possibly.
no one else notices electricity nearby. There's a bit of lightning.
Oh wait, hold on. There we are. Yeah.
Matt, we
Wait,
can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah, sorry about this. It's got a bit of technical issues.
Just a normal evening for Matthew.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, it isn't an episode of Tales of the Whoniverse without something going wrong.
yeah, so
Aiden, did you have any negatives, or
Wait, who's that? Sorry.
did you have any negatives?
Oh, yeah, because I thought initially like that the villains were kind of the negative, but then as I went along, as I said before, like it felt like they weren't really the main focus of the story. It was more the focus of like the Doctor and Rogue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But apart from that, no, not really.
did anyone else notice that you had two stories not written by Russell where the Doctor is placed on something and he can't leave?
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was nice that this episode was written by two people as well.
Yeah,
Wait,
I thought they did incredible. And honestly, as many people have said, if Russell does leave, I think Katie Heron would make for a fantastic showrunner.
She would. She delivered everything a Doctor Who episode should have.
I love this episode. I love her working Loki.
Yeah, fresh talent. Like, hopefully, we'll get more fresh talent. Like, or like new writers. Like as the era goes on.
I heard they're doing a lot more new writers for next season. So
yeah, well, fingers crossed. I wonder who they'll get. Yeah.
I don't know. There's huge possibilities.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, Matthew. I was going to say, could you try to speak, Matt? Great, awesome chat. Thank you.
Probably on the free Wi-Fi again. But I want to give a huge shout out to Russell for showing Capaldi in this episode.
Oh yes,
I have missed him.
It's always good to see a bit more Capaldi.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad he's referencing the Doctor's past. It's still part of the era. He's not forgetting about it, which is good.
He didn't do much during his first era because he didn't want to alienate newer people. So it made sense.
Yeah, because I think the first I know like this is kind of sidetracking it, but it's kind of like similar to this. But it's like I felt that scene did kind of feel similar in a way to like you know in like Human Nature and Family of Blood. Like there was that bit where they showed like the pages of the book.
Yes.
And it showed like the previous incarnations, which also like at the time like people weren't sure about 8, but that just basically solidified he is the Doctor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Not sure where Matt's gone, but yes. So
I think it was. I'm trying to think what the. What's it called? Did you think the relationship between them was pure, developed, or did you think it was just rushed? Could it have had more time? Do you think the kiss at the end was needed?
Yeah, because I think because I think it could have done with a little bit more time. But apart from that, it's like I quite liked it. Like,
and some of it slightly felt rushed, but it definitely helped with Groff and Shuli's performance that they really sold it. It's done better than some romances in the past, like the end of Invasion of Time, where Leela is suddenly in love with this guy.
Oh boy.
It just comes out of nowhere.
It's like Damn Invasion of Time, or some people call it the Tom Baker workout video. Makes you put some monotonous smiles in there.
I do think it's wild that they did something with Shooty and Rogues in terms of romance, which they wouldn't do with 13 and Yaz.
Yeah.
They just didn't go there.
And this is someone from here in America watching it on Disney Plus, of all places.
Yeah, of all places, you wouldn't expect it on Disney.
Especially with the same streaming service that RTD was angry at for Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He was angry at Disney Plus for Loki?
Yeah, because he felt that the whole Loki saying, "Oh well, there's been a few princesses and a few princes, like a small stuff that Disney only allowed enough." And Russell was angry, but Katie Heron did specify that, yeah, I wanted there to be more, but Disney wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might have missed that part.
By the way, was there a tribute to William Russell?
There was.
It's like right at the end. It's like it's like in loving memory of William Russell.
Okay, so I didn't see all the way to the last credit, so maybe
credit to them though. Adding that because he only died not too long ago.
Yeah.
So
they must have added that they must have added that fairly recently.
So I checked on Wikipedia about the next season, and it says that there's going to be 4 other writers.
Okay, that's good. It's progress.
Yeah, that's all right then.
We could have had 6 new writers.
And
it is progress. I'll take it.
Apparently, it's going to be 9 episodes, I think it's going to be maybe 9, or maybe the 9th one. The Christmas special counts as the 9th.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing that's the case. Yeah,
we have 2 episodes left of the season, guys.
Yeah, The
The
Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death. Wait, wasn't that a past Doctor Adventure in the book?
Which I'm excited for. I've just remembered I'm going to the cinema to see those.
Oh, same.
Lucky you.
Yeah, got my tickets ready to go. Or on the ticket, I should say. I don't have anyone.
Is that next week?
No, it's the week after. It's like June 21st, I think. Hold on, let me check my calendar.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 episodes at once or...
Yeah,
okay, that's good.
Yeah, I think on the 21st... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, because I think at the... it starts at 11 on the 21st, and then at midnight comes, Empire of Death.
Yes.
Took you
Oh, great, we can hear you again.
Well, the thing is, I had to go and get the ultimate Wi-Fi because normal Wi-Fi is shot because I think so many are on it.
And tell me what hotel you're at.
Premier Inn.
Yeah, it's shit.
It could be worse. It could be Travelodge.
No, it was terrible when I was there.
Yeah, no, please don't sue us. Please don't sue us, Travelodge.
Yeah, it was perfect last night, but too many people are on it tonight.
Ah, they're partying in that hotel, I see.
But there is a bar. There is a bar downstairs, Keegan. It's open 24/7.
Ah.
So the only thing they'll cook after hours is margarita pizza.
I see.
Lovely.
So Matt, because you missed it, did you have any negatives on the episode?
Absolutely not. The only thing that I would have wanted more of is the backstory about the characters. But apart from that, but the bird people a bit more. But I just think it was exactly what you're expecting. But to all the people out there kicking off about kisses from the Doctor and Rogue, it is 2024, so If you can't accept an alien can change their face and gender, and you're more bothered that he's had a wife and he's now potentially coming away from that to be like more flamboyant and have more men in his life. And what? We were getting the clues there when Tennant was like, "Oh, Sir Isaac Newton's hot."
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And
They can't accept that. They know where the door is.
Yeah.
Go on, walk out the door and don't turn around now because you're not welcome anymore.
Well, it's not like we've not had the Doctor kissing a man before.
you think technically,
Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
I think technically the first time the Ninth Doctor ever kissed anyone was Jack.
And if I'm not mistaken, Smith kissed Rory.
Yep.
Yes. Well.
But
Say
because
no
it's
more,
not
but if you-
romance, it's okay.
Yes.
But guys, if you're confused, then you need to understand. 2005, we had all that representation. If it wasn't the Doctor, it was side characters. If not, it was companions.
And if not the characters and the people behind the scenes, where the first director was gay.
Yes, and he was different coloured, so we like shooting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I was going to say we could. Yeah, I think we can just wrap up there for today.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause I think we've given our opinions
Yep.
and made some choices.
It was a
Oh,
beautiful
Oh,
episode.
this is going to be a right editing nightmare for me.
It's okay. It's okay, Matt. Just compose yourself.
I can't anymore. After seeing Katie today, I can't.
What was she like?
Oh, she was out for a ciggy break. She was out having a smoke. So I caught her and Wendy Padman. She's like, "Shh, you're not supposed to know we're here."
Oh. But
We're looking
yeah.
at the Legend of Ruby Rose. Not Ruby.
Wow.
Oh God.
Legend of Ruby Sunday.
Yeah.
We've had two great episodes in a row. Let's hope for a third next week.
Yeah.
We don't know anything really about the villains or what to expect next week, apart from Miss Susan Twist.
At the end.
Yeah.
But
Yes, there's always a twist at the end.
Yes.
Eh.
And with a mystery with Ruby Sunday, will it be solved? Will it be something worthwhile?
will we find out? Is she a Time Lord? Is she a Dalek? Is she somewhere unexpected?
Is she the reincarnation of the Absorbaloff?
Will the
Stay
Ronnie?
tuned. I'll say what's the.
Who is Ruby's mother?
Will the big villain be Sutek? Stay tuned.
What do you think?
In the Twilight Zone.
Wait, what on earth is that?
Oh, it's the catch that was given today.
And I'm also excited.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that? Is that like the panther from the Jungle Book?
He's gone again.
That panther has a name.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
No, her name is Eartha Cat.
Ah.
But a great episode. I'm excited to see Miss Rose Noble again next week. And
Yes, and also Melanie Bush as well.
and the introduction of Morris.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was kind of wondering when
Unit's
he'd show up this season.
Unit's new scientific advisor, because Shirley's a bit off this season. She'll be back next year.
Yeah, so make way for Morris.
Yes.
And he's going to be returning after the finale because he's confirmed for season 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Right. All right. Now with that, we'll actually wrap up this time.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
We could go on forever and ever and ever.
We hope.
Yes. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. Of course.
We hope you enjoyed Rogue as well. Thank you for tuning in to
night.
this chaotic episode.
Yes.
And
of course.
be prepared for more chaos and drama.
Yes. And don't forget to click below So subscribe to the official Tales of the Whoniverse YouTube channel.
And
Thank
if
you all
don't-
for watching.
Thank you.
And take care. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Kerry's, and you've been listening to the Tales of the Whoniverse podcast.